Alright, today we're going to be deleting the TDI Q5 Def tank and Def pump, or removing it for replacement. So, I already have this one out. Now we gotta go ahead and do this one here, but should be the same for the B8 and the B8.5. So, come down here. This one already has a exhaust. So, if you come up to the front, you will see I already have removed his injection nozzle that would run into the exhaust normally, and I just have the hose still ran up here. But if we go to the back, the location of the pump, or the tank and the pump, is going to be directly back here under this little piece of fabric. That's the driver's side rear wheel. So you're just gonna go ahead and remove this. You have a bolt here, bolt there, bolt right, I believe it is this one. Yes, this one has to come out. And then there's a T25 right there and there. There's also another T25 here, a couple more right back here. A couple of bolts, just easy to remove. And if your exhaust is not, ghetto kind of chopped off, you may have to drop this rear piece right here, at least disconnect this clamp and drop it off to the side to get it out of the way. And then there's also 10 mil there, 10 mil there. All these little ones are 10 mils and the other ones are T25. And then another 10 mil right there. So let me get that removed and I will show you guys what after. So once you go ahead and get all those out, you're just going to take it, and you can see right here how it slides in. You're just gonna slide it back. You will need to wiggle it a little bit, as it does sit kind of under this one right here. It's got a little notch down there, so it sits right under there. But now this is going to be the tank. You're going to have right here is where we're gonna drain it from. I'm not sure if this has any fluid in it. I think it might have a little bit. Not sure. But this heat shield is now what needs to come off next. Which, like I said, one there, one there. Pull that off, it should just drop straight down. Now, once you have both the heat shield and that removed, you're gonna have about 3 of those little black ones. One's a little taller, 2 of those gray ones. They might be a little different, depends on if your car had them removed at some point or not. You should have about 5 T25s. So far, all 10 mils, all T25s, very simple. Let's get back down here. There is going to be, we're gonna drain that. You're gonna wanna disconnect this right here. Where's my screwdriver? Oh. Get a little screwdriver, pop that in here, wiggle it out. Once it's out, most clips from Volkswagen are pressure fit. So you're going to want to push it in while pushing down and then pull out. This one is another one, pressure fit one. You push it in, push it down, you hear that click, good to pull out. Or you can, not the best way, good chance of breaking it if you stick the screwdriver under and pry that little flat black tab up, if you can see that. Oh. But then we go ahead and let me go grab my drip pan so I don't make a bunch of mess. Unplugging this. You're gonna wanna pull all that off. Break. I mean, if you're planning on keeping it in, be careful with this. Try not to break it. Same with this. But I'm planning on removing this wire. I'll show you guys how to do that, as well as this. I'm not too worried about this. The whole tank is coming out. But to remove the tank, you have 1, 2 up there, if you can see that. 3 up here. So first one right next to the tank, kind of. Second one right up here, a little darker, hard to see. Another one right up here, kind of by the oh, there it is. It's hard to see. Right where my finger is, back here. Right by the drive shaft and subframe. That's where that's gonna be. And then you also have that fourth one down here on the bottom. So just pull those out and the tank should drop down after you drain it. Now what you're gonna do, you're gonna grab this little nipple. See that blue part? You wanna push, let me see if I can get it on camera. There's a little blue bit here. You push in, you're gonna push towards it, push down, move. It's like the pressure fits. You have to push it in, push that down, pull off. Drain your def right down into there, and then just let it drain for a bit. All right, so we have a good bit drained out. We also can go ahead and where is it? Should be a spot on this one. Nice little button. Pushing and try and pull. Works better with just see if we can get it. Okay, may have a second one. I'm not sure if there's one of the double-sided ones. It is. Okay. So this is going to be kind of a pain, but it has one on each side. You just gotta pinch it. Pinch and try and pull. Okay, this isn't coming out. So what I do is take a 17 mil, pop this cap off. If his cap is, move that out of the way. Okay, cap is tight. So just go ahead, grab a 17 mil and a ratchet. Just come here, pop this off. Let it get some air into the system. So that way it's should drain a little better. You can already hear it going a little more. Yeah, it is. So definitely got it going a little more. Try to be careful not to get everywhere, like I am, because it will go ahead and crystallize all over your floor. It comes up really easy. Just some water should take it off, but you know, always do your best to avoid that mess. So again, just let it drain, pop that cap off though. It should drain a little faster. All right, need a second hand to get there, push it in a bit. You just go ahead, squeeze both these sides of it, and it will release that clip on the tension, and it should come right off of there. All right, so now you're gonna go ahead, take your 13 mil, go ahead, drop. Oh, yeah, it's going to drop that. You also are gonna have this one right here. Get that in there, maybe. Move the drip panel out of the way. The other one up here by set drive shaft. Put that on there. However I can. Push it down a little bit. Yep. Get that one to drop, and then you have. Ow, that just splashed in my eyes. Wonderful. Try not to get it in your eyes. It stinks. It smells like cat pee. The last one. Let me set down the phone while I go ahead and drop the tank. Now, this tank's heavy. It actually has fluid left. Okay. Alright, so I am basically rolling around in a puddle a bit now, but you're going to let it drop. There is going to be 2 more hoses up on the top of it. Oh, and also this, unclip it from these clips on it that are down right here. So it's gonna be 2 more hoses. I'm not sure if you can see them. Those hoses are gonna be just like the one on the bottom. You're gonna push both sides in, pull it out for both of them. Other one, I will not lie, is a little more difficult. I did struggle with this on my car, so let's hope I don't struggle on his car. It just cooperates. See if we can get it. Okay. It's gonna be good. And every way you shift it, it will try and leak out some more of the, what's it called? The Def. Or it just smells like cat pee. Cannot lie, and I am currently laying in it. Alright, let me put the camera down so I can try and get this. But you see this one, it's got purple clips. Also just pop that out of there. It's got a purple clip right there, and on the other side as well. Same thing with this other one, but it is a little bigger and also way more of a pain in the butt to do. So let's see. So I'm unable to, for some reason, be able to actually squeeze it and get it off. So I stick my screwdriver in, pop it off, since I'm not reinstalling the Def tank. If you are reinstalling the Def tank, please be more careful with that. Do not just break this unless you are ready to pay for a new end. But you just go ahead, take that off. Let me grab pliers and just cut the rest of it off. And then it should just press on the other side and it should just slide right off. So I just took a pair of pliers and cut that little bit of purple that was here off. I'm gonna press the button in and I'm gonna need 2 hands for this, so hold on. So even after you break it, it is going to be a pain in the bottom. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna try and rotate the tank up and align it, so that way it's less tension on it. Press the side button in and it should come off. You may need a second hand to pull the tank back if you're, for some reason, gonna try and record it and use both hands, which I do not recommend. So let me go ahead, pull this out, and I will be right back. So now that it is out, the 4 bolts, or the 4 bolt holes hangers, then you have the one up here that it connects to. This one is still filled with Def, so that's fun. I just spilled a bunch more. Got the drain nipple. You also have the other nipple right here that would go to the actual pump that does pump it into it. And this is, well, the injector, I guess, into the exhaust. This is the pump right here. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. Getting it out, it's just a little bit of a pain. And now let me show you how to remove one of the wires. So, and also the line that runs up front, so you don't just have a random line dangling. So for both of these, you are going to need a 10mm socket. Let's get that in there. You're gonna come over onto this side. This is the carpet thing right along the front of it. You're going to pull out, let me zoom out real quick, 0.5. Go ahead, you're going to pull out each one of these 10 mils on this side of it. Some of them may be the retaining ones, so if it doesn't come all the way out, don't be too surprised by it, but and don't try and fight them out either. Ooh, let me try and get that in. See how it doesn't come all the way out. Oh, okay. Maybe it's just being special. Yeah, it doesn't come all the way out. Then you're gonna want to go ahead back here. There should be, dang it, I don't have my light with me either. So you're gonna have one right there, another one right there as well. Just take your socket, your impact driver, whatever kind of tool you're using, and go ahead and try and, that didn't sound the best, but okay. Up to the front. I think I zip tied his up. No, I didn't. I just left the clip on. So you're gonna just unclip it from the X-brace, the wire, and then this is clipped in. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, maybe. There you go. It's like one of those push clips. Just lift it up and out. There's another one right here. Just yank it out. And it runs clips all the way down, all the way to the back of where it hung off. So just pull all these clips out. They literally just pop out. Some of them are a little different kind of clips than the other ones. But again, just pull them out and then you should be able to remove this whole tube out. All right, so back here, if you're gonna be fully deleted, you don't need these. On my car, I just have these cut right here since they're not used, they're tuned out. But they share a clip with this right, okay, come on. They share a clip with this. If you don't want to, if you're trying to retain them, try not to break the clip. If you're not, just go ahead, cut them, break the clip, and you can go ahead. They run, the wires run, I want to say, they would just run down here. Oh, you can't even see that. Okay, they run back and over. I'm gonna show you where this other wire, right here, that harness comes off in a second. All right, I got that down. So now you're going to follow this wire. It has some of those same clips that you just want to go ahead and yank out of the body. And then right here, it goes ahead and goes in. You're gonna want to, this is a different clip than most clips on Volkswagens and Audis. And take this, you're gonna try and pull it out. Let me see if I can get a screwdriver. Screwdriver in here. You're gonna take that clip, you're going to push it out. You're trying to release the whole lead. It's being special. Pull it out as much as possible, and then it should literally just come off. Very simple. That removes that wire right there. And that is all. You could probably remove the harness if you want to remove the module and remove this harness, but the harness runs back and it runs up into a grommet up somewhere. I want to say right there where my hand is. I don't feel like cutting wires from this harness that runs into a grommet, so I'm just going to leave it as is. You can leave that module in, and you just go ahead, push this back up, and go ahead and just re-bolt this piece of carpet back up. I'm gonna show you what we're gonna do, because we're gonna zip tie these up, the filler neck nozzle and the overflow nozzle for the Def, as well as try and reinstall the carpet. You can reinstall the carpet, but the heat shield you can't, and all the heat shield did was go ahead and protect your Def tank from the exhaust, which, yeah. But I'm pretty sure if you're gonna be doing this, and you have a full exhaust including the back and you don't have it cut, you're going to need to loosen this clamp here. Oh, let me see if I can get that camera. Loosen this clamp here and it should just pop out, and then pop it out of the hanger right here. Move it off and it should just drop. All right, so I went ahead, got this all up, just threw the bolts in. You can see on this side that there is not a spot because the firewall is removed, or the heat shield is removed. And then if you look up there, yep, focus for a second. There you go. I went ahead, I zip tied the filler neck and the overflow to that line up there. Believe they're fuel lines, I could be wrong, which would also make them bad things. But I zip tied them up because I do not want them playing with my drive shaft, or, you know, that wouldn't be fun. But this is gonna be, it is gonna be a little looser because it doesn't have those bolts, but as long as you have all the other bolts in, you should be fine. Went ahead, also up front, there is a sensor cable somewhere. Where is it? Oh, it's right there. I zip tied that up because I don't feel like pulling it out right now. I might pull it out later, but that should be right next to the downpipe. If you're keeping it, obviously you're not going to want to remove that wire that I removed. You're going to still have the heat shield, you're still going to have the Def tank, whatnot. I don't, because I'm fully deleted, he's fully deleted, so neither of our cars have one. But all in all, very simple job, not the hardest to do. Got both Q5s are deleted. So pretty much, I mean, if you're in Oklahoma and you need a new pump, because that's a brand new pump installed by Audi, a new tank with the wiring or this harness, throw something down in the comments, let me know. I have them. I'm in Oklahoma currently. But yeah, that should be all the steps to remove your DEF tank. And if you're gonna go ahead and replace it, just do everything in reverse. Should be self-explanatory once you have it removed and everything. But yeah, other than that, thanks for watching.